I don't think I need my mask. I'm outside, and I don't see a whole lot of people wearing them either nowadays. Wow. I guess we're mask free. I don't know. You never know. Well, what I want to do is thank everybody for applying to our $1,500 government grants, and we announced yesterday, I guess it was, the people who won, and boy, people who won that are just wonderful response. I mean, some of them are even crying that when they heard they won. Wow. I mean, I personally don't think I have anything better to do than to try to generate money and give it to members as personal grants. We have another one going now. Uh, and when I saw the heartfelt that I can, wow, solve these kind of problems of, I mean, people in Washington looking for $1 billion problems, and that for $1,000 or $500 I could solve a personal problem. That is a wonderful motivation for me to try to, you know, make this little business we have more profitable, so we could do that more. Uh, you helped me back in '84 to get help to buy a restaurant. Wow, how can I get some of this money? Uh, I wish I'd won. Yes, well, try again. I mean, because you tried and failed. Try again. I don't know policy if you already won to try, to put in another application, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound right yet, uh, but that's up to you. Um, but it is just so rewarding for me personally to see how meaningful that was. I thought, well, this is peanuts. Living in a city where $1 billion is like chump change. To think that $500 or $1,000 could be so meaningful to people is just, God, just wonderful for my heart. See, this is why I'm wearing hearts, because boy, that's more important than anything. And I see these rich guys, that have $100 billion. And I don't know. You see the video I just did about uh, the the child tax credit that's starting on Thursday. Yeah, I think I put the headline is socialism starts in Washington on Thursday. And that's what people will call it. Isn't that stupid? But it is, boy, I mean, that $1 billion to those people who have children is going to cut child poverty by 50%. Now, that's incredible. China cut poverty, by hundreds of millions of people brought out of China out of poverty in the last 10, 20 years. We're stuck with the same amount of people in poverty ever since I was an adult. I don't think I'm there yet, but in a happy warm morning to you from Jackie. Hiya, Jackie, in the USA, Utah. I won't be applying again, but good luck to everyone. I don't want to pour my heart out and share all the personal stuff again just to lose. Well, yeah, that you're gonna have to do that a lot in life, uh, and that's the way life works. And if you're gonna look only for easy stuff to apply to, that you don't have to commit to anything or share what you have. I mean, I guess that's available, but to me, that's not even fun. You want to work. I mean, like if you were an athlete and you just worked a little bit, it just and it didn't win, would you not figure out how to work harder? I mean, that's what I think life is about. Is how do we dig into ourselves harder to contribute to the world, or to fix our problem, or whatever. I mean, if you're saying, oh, it's not easy enough to win, well, I think most of life is like that. That's why people, stop, and that's too bad, because that's the worst thing I think anybody can do is stop. you have zero chance if you stop. You know. But I understand you maybe have other things to do, and I can't. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell am I do in my own life. So giving advice on what other people should do with their life is somehow incongruent to me. I'm trying to figure it out every goddamn day, and it's like I stumbled into doing this grant thing. Um, and boy, now I want to do this forever. I never would have thought that. I thought it'd be just nice to do, and but boy, this I think this is how even capitalism should run. You should use capitalism to generate money, and then what you have, you should try to solve problems for people. Instead of buying yachts. But we were somehow conditioned that that's the sign of success. Yeah, you look great. You lost some weight. I don't think so. I did about 30, 40 years ago. I used to be 30 pounds heavier. In high school, and even getting out of the Navy. Then once I got out of the Navy, I started running in the same place here. This around here, and I always lived downtown. Once I got out of the Navy and started living in Washington, D.C., and it's so inspiring to run, 5-6 miles a day. And that keeps my weight down more than anything, more than diet or whatever, because that helps me not eat a lot, when I exercise. And don't want to feel sluggish when you go out and have to move your ass around. The skinny little leg. I've been watching you on TV for years, so I know it's got to be something to this. Well, I believe, but we all have to struggle our own way through this stuff. We are a nonprofit organization. Television station can help us. Call me with a big thank you so much. Well, actually, don't forget that the EIDL, maybe you're too big. No, if you have under 300 employees, the new EIDL grant is available for nonprofits and businesses and entrepreneurs. And they're looking for more people to apply for that. I mean, this is crazy what's going on. And they won't even give all this grant money to people with children. I mean, God, you get up to, depending how it's, up to $300 a week for 12 weeks. So that's $3,600, And so you have 2 children, that's $7,200. You have 3 children, that's almost $10,000. So that's a bigger, stimulus package, and you don't even have to make any money because, see, what I worry, people think they have to be in a big tax bracket or something. Actually, what really pisses me off about that, they're giving it to people who make $150,000. And you see in the applications for the art grants, these people need it more than somebody making $100,000 or $150,000. Maybe there's some logic to it. I don't understand it. It's just how we get to pick and choose who gets help. It's discussing how they pick and choose. Well, they pass a law. It's not discussing. They do it. That's how democracy runs. We vote for people. These people decide what the law should be, and you don't like it, you don't vote them again. And that's how we run the ship. But I don't know why that sounds normal. Actually, some of these new laws go up to $400,000. $400,000, and you get like child care money. Wow. Why are we doing that? And that's how you got to tell your elected official that this is wrong. Jim says, thank you for all you do for us little guys. Why? How tall are you? Get a leg up. I took some of your advice, and after 2 bouts of COVID and no job, I finally got help with my rent. Good. There's a lot of rent money, and I don't know how much mortgage money is, but the mortgage money is also, what's interesting about the mortgage grants, at least the national one, also has money to pay your property taxes, and that's interesting. And anything else to do with your housing, your insurance, and stuff like that. It's SBA said previously they were helping nonprofits, then deny us for bad credit. Well, I don't know what program you applied to, and you could appeal if it's the EIDL, and they said no. then appeal. I mean, that's what they have, a whole system all set up to do that. And you just go, you got to ask again. That's what it's all about. Look at the balls that Trump has. You can't verify any of these things are he's talking about in the election, but just goes out and does it again and says the same thing. You know, it takes effort, and when roadblocks, you can't stop. You know, a roadblock just has to be a hurdle, and you have to figure out a way over it, around it, or whatever. So if they say no, give it a shot. If you have something better to do for an hour or two of your time, fine. But if you don't, and you get the possibility to get a $10,000 grant, I think that's worth the time. And you learn how to do it. So now you're able to do that. You have another skill in your package to go out and solve problems in the world. Get other people to do it. We are truly blessed to have someone like you that really. Oh, thank you, Denise. Uh, Chris. Hello. Good morning. Can you help me with my family get a grant to? We got banished from our reservation due to COVID, and we lost everything. Got banished from the Garcia. Even our home and membership. We don't do anything wrong. Well, I mean, to me, I don't know what it is, but if something like that, I would call your elected official. I mean, there's a lot of free legal help for different kinds of things. So you could also call your state attorney general and say, okay, who regulates these people that sent me out? See, everybody's regulated, and so the people that kicked you out, you got to find out who they report to in the regulatory agency, who monitors that kind of work, and whether it's HUD, if it's a housing and things like that, and see, then they could get into it. The other place, and now maybe to find that, two places are, I think, if you call your attorney general for your state, so your state attorney general. So if you go, who's my attorney general in Google, and then you'll find the association that has all the listings and contacts for every attorney general in the government, in the country, because that's a state level. See, a lot of states, a lot of laws that protect you or harm you are at the state. So you got to figure out the state level. I'm not homeless. I got a hold of a community service director assistant last night. Fingers crossed. Good for you, Robin. That's it. You just got to get on that phone and keep banging away. I'm a member of Lesko and need a grant for my son who suffers from epilepsy. Andrea, then go to Lesko Help on Facebook, start a new discussion. Tell me, that same thing. I need help for my son. Your heart for helping me was truly good. Thank you for being so kind and patient with us. I pray your blessing. Oh, thank you, Laura. I mean, see that, boy, we got nothing better to do for each other in life. I'm praying for my disability to go through right now and a chance to qualify for a grant or loan until something comes through. Just keep applying, Gina. Do you go to the SBA to get the EDIL? Yes. Go to SBA.gov and look for the EIDL. And just start applying. Find out. You run into a problem, okay, then you want to do a place to get free help for that is your local SBDC. These are experts who get grant money to help solve your problems for free. It's not the government. You're not calling the SBA. The SBA gives money to nonprofit organizations to help you through this stuff. So that's a way to get your questions answered. Because if you go on Google and search for Google to help you with EIDL, I mean, there may be some good people out there. I'm sure there are. But to try to find them and decide that, and the people you're more likely to find are people want to get money from you somehow. And they have a scheme and a way. Oh, yeah, we'll help you for free. It won't cost anything. And in a day or two, you'll see you're halfway through and say, well, the only way to get out of this is to give me $500, And you'll go on your credit card or something, give them $500, and you still won't get shit. So we are here in life to help each other. Absolutely. And that's what I'm trying to do in Let's Go Help. That go through what people ask, or the people are in your state too, and tell them about stuff that you've used or know about or whatever. And also in Let's Go Help too. If you're not in Let's Go Help too, that's a separate platform that is not on Facebook, because that is morning, Matthew. Hope all is well. Yes, Jane. How do I apply for personal grants in New York? Well, there's no one application for personal grants. Yeah, I mean, there's 1,000 applications for all kinds of different grants. Whether you want to pay for job training, or you want to pay for your heating and cooling, or you want to pay for your rent or more. See, and they're your personal grants, but they're all in different places. Different. So that's why it takes work, and there's no easy answer, and nothing simple to do. And that's why I do is collect it all and then try to show you, okay, here are the places you have to contact in New York to get a personal grant. So that's why, if you remember, that's what we do, is give you a place and video instructions. Okay, contact each of these offices, and it's best to call them on the phone if you can. Sometimes you can't, so you call them any way you can and keep beating on them. If they don't answer or do anything, you call them back. You try it again tomorrow, and to see what they have. And you don't say, hey, I want a grant, give me money. No, you tell them, hey, I have financial problems and I need help. Can you help me? And if they say yes or no, and then if they say no, then you say, okay, well, where else can I go to maybe get help? See, that's the key that you really want to do. Okay. I can't come on when you're talking about business grants for e-commerce startups. Now, well, if you remember 30 Day Success, just tell me that in your start a description and tell me that, and I'll send you stuff to get started. And if that doesn't work, then every day ask me another question. That's fine. That's what your $20 pays for, and then the profit or the extra we make, we're trying to give out as grants. So you could apply to a $500 grant or $1,000 grant. And all you do is start a discussion and say, here's what I would do with $1,000. That's all you have to do. I mean, we're the easiest grant in the world. And that's what you want to do. And I'm behind on questions. I got to get my butt home and start answering questions. What is today? Monday, Tuesday? I don't even know anymore. But I got to spend the rest of the day catching up so I answer every question. I want to answer your question to find out what your problems are, because then if I don't have an answer, then I'll go research an answer, because somebody else will have that problem too. And that's how I build up that knowledge or whatever. So that when you call next time, I already solved that, or somebody else on the same problem. I solved that problem and get it to you. And that somehow is working out well for us. I had no idea. So that's what I want to share by giving money back to people who need it. And so we have another grant. You need the application in by August 4th, because the first one was July 4th. So this is August 4th. Then I'll read that, and see, there'll be a question in that. So your grant, what you're saying you need the money for, I'll show you other sources. So even in case you get our grant too, you can also check these other sources and get it paid for twice. You should probably use the money, or you could start looking at that now and then get a bonus if we give you a grant too. So it's all about learning. When all else fails, appeal to their hearts. Ask, what would you do? Yes, exactly, because they're in the business, particularly calling government agencies that are in business to help you solve your financial problems. That's what they get paid for. So we're so blessed, I think, in this country to have that. So there are people that get grant money to pay their bills so they can help you find where you could get help to solve your financial problems. And that's for business or for healthcare or whatever. Now, the problem is these people do that, they don't advertise, so you don't know what's there. So you go looking for them or something like that. You don't even know to ask for something like that. Even if you did, you couldn't find them, because you're just going to get hit with a billion other people who spend all their time, energy, and talent trying to get money from you because you have that problem. I'm looking for some home rehab grants. Yes, for seniors. A good place to start for that is your elder care locator. Just put in Google elder care locator and you'll see an 800 number, and you call that 800 number and they'll hook you up with your local it's a local area office on aging, and that's a good place to start. It's not the only place now, it's just a start place, and that's the important thing. Learning is a lifelong problem. It takes forever, doesn't it? And gain knowledge and wisdom. Yeah, but they keep changing the rules. As soon as you learn something, somebody's going to change the goddamn rules, and you got to keep learning something else. But that's the fun of them. If you didn't have a problem, man, it'd be boring, I think, anyway. That's what we're here to do, is to solve problems. Try to figure it out. What the hell? That's right. Look at it as a game. Because it ain't going to go away. So looking for Let's Go help. Let's go. HELP.com. Yay! Typo, Department of Aging. Good. See ya. See you soon. I'll be back tomorrow.